So I finished Takopi's Original Sin last night, and I'm not gonna bap. I'm not a big fan of how this show made me feel. Like, I don't think a show's been this effective at making me feel shit since like Plastic Memories, and that was bad. That was really bad. But don't get me wrong, this is a whole nother level of this shit. Cause like how disturbing and hopeless this show feels until the end. Like, take the tone of like Grave of Fireflies. If y'all seen that one, I don't recommend watching it. Sad as hell. Take the tone of that movie and put it on the story of like a silent voice. That's like the experience that I got from this show. Before we get into it, I kind of want to show you what lens I'm viewing this show through to kind of get you to help like better understand my review of it. So if this is your first time seeing me, first and foremost, what's the word, my nigga? You're a real nigga. Thank you for showing up. And second, like, if you don't know me, you should know that I'm a pretty evil nigga. I'm a pretty evil nigga. And I be laughing at horrible shit. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and bow. I be laughing at horrible shit. And I be saying some dastardly things. But like, I have a major soft spot when it comes to kids getting put through bullshit that they ain't got no business going through. You feel me? And that's literally like what this show is in as a whole. Like, kids going through bullshit they ain't got no business going through. So this is damn near the whole show, and that's why this show hit me so hard. But that's enough yap. Let's get into it. So I'm not gonna bap. It's really nasty how they start this shit, cause tonally it started off something like childlike and like lighthearted with the visuals of like Takopi and his narration. Gang, like, this nigga's literally talking about, like, they was talking about this nigga's literally like a Happian. Like, that's the name of his race. He's an Happian, and his goal is to make people happy. I was locked in. I was like, all right, cool. Like, this is gonna be some cool shit. Then we actually met Shizuka, and off rip, I knew the vibe was a send off. I knew it, bro, just based off the first interaction they had between the two. So maybe this is just me overanalyzing shit, but am I the only one that got a real unsettling vibe from this first conversation between the two? There were glaring red flags here. So first off, her not being bothered by this whole ass talking octopus alien in front of her. Like, hello? Just conversing with her, gang. Like, am I tweaking here? You not a little freaked out by this, bro? Like, am I tweaking here, folks? And that's number one. I think the look on her face kind of strengthens that further, because look at how out of it she looks, like, this whole sequence. It's like her life's so damn treacherous that nothing really surprises her no more. And oh yeah, not to mention the not so discreetly scribbled die on her book bag, twin. Like, yo, it confirmed my suspicion that she was getting bullied type shit. When she took that nigga home the first time, two things stuck out to me, bro. One, when Takopi asked her like where her mom was, and she was like, oh, she's out escorting. I'm like, fuck, yo, like that's not funny, but like, damn, straight like that. Like, these are fourth graders, my nigga. Like, no way you used to this shit and saying that shit like that. And two, her dog Chappie was like the one spot in her life, like the one light spot in her life where she could just be happy, and like everything, like, this is her escape pretty much, what I'm saying. Look, bro, I'm all for bullying. I know that sounds crazy. I'm all for bullying, but only for the people that need to be bullied. And yes, in my opinion, there are people in this world that need to be bullied out there. 1,000,000%. Like, for example, pedos. Bully them niggas, folks. Like, bully those niggas, bro. They need it. But in this case, I'm not a fan of how this is going on. Nigga, Marina was honestly disgusting towards Shizuka, bro. Like, disgusting. Breaking her shit, writing die and slut on her belongings and desk and shit, throwing away her notebooks, like, and with her homework in it, making her like do bad in classes and shit, making fun of her OG and being poor and shit because she get free lunch. Like, yo, like, why does that even affect you type shit? Like, it's a really nasty watch, bro. I've seen Silent Voice with an MC like bully Nisha Mia and shit. Like, those scenes were very unsettling, but like these go on for way longer than that, and that's why these feel like so disturbing to me. As a proud hater, I must say, getting bit by her dog on purpose just to take the one thing out of her life that makes her happy is like some Hall of Fame level hating shit, and I admire it, but I can't fuck with it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I just can't fuck with it, bro. Like, what did she do to make them niggas that mad? Like, I don't get it, bro. That's some evil ass shit. And it was funny low key, but it was kind of sick how she was like getting her ass hawked. Like, no matter what route Takopi tried to take, at what time they tried to take that route, Marina was there on maximum bullshit trying to get Chappie taken away. And she succeeded every single time. Nasty work, folks. That's the kind of hate that I aspire to have, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, and I still can't get that first shit out of my head. Like, the first day before they even like went back in town with the camera and shit, when it transitions from her smiling with her eyes like full of light, and then it cuts immediately to like later in the day where her face all bruised up, looking down, holding like Chappie's collar. Chappie's nowhere to be found. That's a nasty ass cut, gang. Y'all know what y'all doing, bro. That's a nasty ass cut, gang. I'm not a big fan, bro. Like, dog, this shit was disturbing to watch. Like, watching her be tormented like that the first day, and then when Takopi showed her that ribbon, and she started smiling and said, "Let me use it," I was like, no, no, no. And we all knew where this was going when he gave it to her, but that still doesn't prepare you for like how disturbing the scene where he finds her ends up being type shit. Like, my nigga, I'm not usually the emotional type at all. If anything, I try to find comedy and shit when like fucked up shit happens so I can keep my sanity. But there's like nothing here, nothing to laugh at. The eerie silence, the sight of her dangling feet and shit, Takopi trying to teach her how to use it, telling her that she's using the ribbon wrong when she's dead, like just hanging there, and like nudging her and her lifeless body just falling down when he untied her and shit, like, and him finally realizing that she gone like hurts too, folks, because like obviously he's genuinely confused about how it got to this point because he don't understand human nature like that, you feel me? I think around like after they did the camera shit a few times, this is where we found out why Marina is treating her this way, and it's conflicting because her whole story is like horrible as well. She getting abused by her mother and shit as a result of her mother's stress and her husband cheating on her and shit like that. Like, it's a bad situation. Her mother's horrible, by the way, horrible human being. And like, she gets abused by her mother as a result of her father cheating and shit. And that whole situation is bad. But I'm not gonna bap. Part of me was thinking like, you need to beat your evil ass a little bit more. I'm just gonna say that, bro. I know I'm not the only one, bro. I know I'm not. The Understand Marina campaign was failing over here, bro. I genuinely, I was like, I hope she Killer Instinct ultra combo your little demonic ass, bro. Like, I hope she hit the Daigo Umahara Evil Ryu combo on your ass, nigga. And I hope she don't drop a single one frame link, fo. I hope she get perfects on all them bitches. Like, I get the saying, bro. Hurt people. I get the saying. I understand the saying 1,000,000%. I get that. But it don't say hurt people, bully people into offing themselves. That's not the saying, bro. That's not the saying. That's nowhere near it, bro. And it's, bro, oh man. It's really difficult though, bro. It's really difficult to feel bad for her, but once again, like, I got a soft spot for situations like this because no kid should go through no shit like this. I was abused a lot as a child, so this resonated with me personally. So I ain't really had no choice but to be empathetic, even though I feel like she's a real shitty person. Even though she's a kid, like, you bully somebody into taking their own life. Like, that's crazy, bro. Moving forward, cause like her losing Chappie was just a canon event, I guess, and they couldn't be stopped because Marina was on their ass. It's not much better, but the only positive you can really take away from this is that fact that Shizuka is at least alive, but she's completely out of it at this point. And I've had this feeling she's experiencing, and that shit is not fun to feel, and that shit is not fun to watch somebody who feels that. Like, that shit's horrible. The only thing that got her to show any kind of signs of life is when Marina came around again, you know, the superhero herself, and said Chappie's name. But apparently this convo had to be had in the forest. Giant red flag, my nigga. Giant red flag. And you guessed it, this led to more bullying. Telling her that Chappie's dead, which is probably true, but like, come on, folk. If that ain't enough, at this point, she was trying to like smoke her ass, like for real. Like, you were trying to get her up out of here. When Takopi intervened, though, I'm not gonna bat for that shit was funny, bro. Cause I remember literally saying out loud, like, damn, folk just smacked the fuck out of her with that camera, bro. And I'm guilty. Cause I ain't gonna sit here and bap. I stood up and did an and one pose and I found out she was dead, fo. Like, I celebrated. Like, what Berlin say? I'm tired of her ass. That's how I was feeling, fo. I was real happy when she got smoked, fo. After I got done celebrating, though, this show did what it does best and went right back to making me very uncomfortable. Bro, how happy Shizuka was did not feel right, gang, at all in the slightest. So at this point, we only seen her with immense joy twice. One time, when Takopi showed her that ribbon, and we know what that led to, and here when Marina died. Now, I'm no stranger to praying on my ops' downfall. Like, trust me. But at least I'm a happy person, regardless if they do well or if they perish. When it comes to Shizuka, it only feels like she's happy when some horrible shit is happening. And I mean, like, bro, shorty ass was like, Takopi, You're amazing. Like, folding them ass ain't just catch a hat, bro. Like, yo, what the fuck? Mind you, 4th grade, by the way. 4th graders, by the way, bro. And unfortunately, that one person that's actually been trying to look out for her, Azuma, is there and witnesses whole shit for seeing her body after following her concern for her safety type shit. And I hate this for my nigga, bro, because folks was completely innocent up until this point, getting into this bullshit. Folks was simping bad, bro. Folks was simping bad. There is no woman beautiful enough to alive to convince me to hide a body for her after she was involved with a murder, bro. Fuck no, absolutely not. But Shizuka was that for him. And like, you mix that with his shitty home situation and how bogus his mom is. Side note, what is wrong with the adults in this show? Like, something really wrong with these niggas. He was just in a bad spot. And he would have literally latched on to anyone that believed in him no matter what they requested him to do type shit. Like, that's what he was mentally. He was just seeking that validation that he was missing at home. And in this sequence in particular, it just shows how bad of an influence Shizuka is for real. Cause she's seen that thirst for validation and she took full advantage of it. And she damn near like went as far as possible with it. Like, he gave her an inch and she took the I-97. Like, that's the type of shit Shizuka was on, folks. And that nigga Azuma mom ain't shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, am I tweaking? Or did one of those times I seen him had a test on that table, that host had a 95 on it? Like, fuck you mean Junior did better, no pancakes? Nigga, what, you don't put that hoe on the fridge right now, you fucking goofy goober? What is wrong with you? What's to you, G? I can relate to my nigga Azuma too, cause like growing up, like my brother was clearly the favorite child. It wasn't like to this extent, but my brother had privileges that I did not have, simple as that. And that's what's crazy is I was a smart one. But regardless, that's neither here nor there. This is when we was kids type shit. So me and my brother cool, like we cool as hell now, that's my dog. Me and my mama cool, and that's my dog. It's not really like that no more. And me and my mom had a convo about this some years ago, and it kind of is what it is. Like, it's no use of putting energy towards that past bullshit, if you catch my drift. But I bring this up to kind of give you niggas insight on Azuma's situation. So imagine something breaks or something bad happens in your house and your brother is the one that caused it, but you know that his word is just gonna outweigh yours no matter what. Like, I mean, like to a point where they damn near start to convince you that you're inferior to that person, because that's what they're teaching you through shit like that happening. It's worse if that person knows that they're the favorite too, but thankfully Junior isn't like that. And honestly, nigga, thank God for this nigga Junior at his timing, bro, because Azuma was literally about to take the fall for that murder. My nigga was simping something crazy, nigga. Crazy. That scene when him and Junior had that little argument was probably one of the most heartwarming scenes in this entire show. And it was like pure. Like, it's no evil shit behind this at all. Because this is exactly what brotherhood is supposed to look like. I'm glad Junior was so reassuring and adamant on having Azuma come to him when he's down, because it scratches that need of being one and itch perfectly for that nigga. And your family should be the ones that want you the most type shit. They should, but that's not how I always go down. That's why it's so heartbreaking when Azuma failed that test because he was too busy planning for that Tokyo trip. But his OG just straight up told him to his face, like, you don't have to try anymore because I'm done caring. Like, pardon? Like, I love my mom so much, bro, and I couldn't even imagine how I would feel as a grown-ass man if my mom told me this, let alone as a child, bro. Like, what kind of sick shit is that? She bogus as hell, like utmost to the third power type shit. And I'm glad Junior threw in that little detail where he said them pancakes was ass, bro. I'm glad he did, the mid-ass pancakes. That made Azuma feel so much better, and I wanted to see my nigga win. So shout out that nigga Junior, gang. Like, real nigga. Probably one of the purest characters in this show. Back to Shizuka, and after she found out that Azuma wasn't slow and didn't take that fall, shorty just went on a run to Tokyo, like just wanted fugitive type style. And I'm not gonna lie, her pop's a bitch. Like, gang, that shit was so crazy. This scene is so crazy. Not only do you actually say my name when I come to the door, letting me know that you instantly recognize me, but when your new family asks why is she calling you dad, you gonna sit here and lie and say I don't know. That shit's nasty, gang. I am not gonna lie. And after this scene with Shizuka, this is where Shizuka literally starts going like absolutely insane, like literally crazy. Cause shorty ass say maybe they ate Chappie, so I have to check their stomachs to see if he's still there. And I was like, ooh. Ooh. Like, you ain't no coming back from that, bro. And once Takopi knew that she was like off the deep end and he wasn't gonna help her, she started treating that nigga Takopi like Mariner treated her. Like, nigga, ain't that ironic, bro? Like, that shit is crazy. Like, doing Takopi bogus, fuck. Nah, low-key, shout out the writers. Cause that twist that Marina had Takopi technically before Shizuka did was fire. It's kind of impressive how they literally showed us an alternate timeline in like all in one episode. Like that shit's crazy. But the wild thing is, in this timeline, Marina's actually the one getting bullied and talked about and shit. And her mom, like, is still unfortunately her mom, and she's pretty much the same. Actually, she's probably worse here. Yeah, she's 10 times worse here, actually. In this timeline, Marina actually meets Azuma and falls for folks, but too bad this simp power that he got is out of Versal, because the second he seen Shizuka, left their ass expeditiously, bro. Like, straight TYN action here, bro. That shit was crazy. Her mom ended up trying to smoke her because of this, I guess. Like, I don't know what exactly happened here. I guess her mom tried to get her up out of here, and she ended up defending herself and having to like get on that with her mom and smoke her shit. But all this shit instantly like just comes back full circle because it's the exact same result. Her ass hates Shizuka. But in this timeline, Takopi actually went back to with the intention of actually smoking Shizuka himself. He lost memories of the past timeline or some shit. It's not really super clear why those memories came back, but they did. And we found out that Takopi is here to kill Shizuka to make Marina smile, which is a crazy twist. And it's really creative how they recreated the initial scene and shit. Like, this is a really crazy twist. I fuck with this. The finale of this shit was pretty good, gang. I think what I liked about it so much is that we finally got to see Takopi's side of things and his thought process through all this shit. Cause up until this point, like, we never really seen him have a say in this cause no one really like took his input for real. And it's cool to see him kind of sort of get this situation and make it out for himself. I think Azuma gave this nigga the best piece of advice that he's heard this entire show. He said, people can be good and bad at the same time. I feel like that's what Takopi needed to hear this entire time. And it makes sense the way he views things because this nigga's an alien. So of course you're not going to be able to like see these niggas' morality on more than a surface level type shit. And it's going to make sense if you looking at like good and bad in this super black and white way. I feel like if he received this advice earlier, he could have handled this situation a lot differently. But this sequence is fire, nigga. Especially when he's confronted by Shizuka again. And he was like standing firm even though she was like abusing the hell out of him. Like, good Lord. And eventually she smiled again. But there was something really dark here that I wanted to point out. I don't know if I was the only one that picked up on this, but there was a quick newspaper article on the screen talking about 2 girls going missing. And it was only up there for a few seconds. But if you take 2 and 2 and put them together, it's implied that Shizuka actually smoked her 2 half-sisters in efforts of looking for Chappie. Yeah. Yeah, this show wild, fuck. And I think Shizuka actually got some closure in her last face-to-face with Takopi. But whole time I was like, damn, that's nice. Police, nigga. Arrest her ass ASAP, nigga. What? It was a little confusing at the end. Like, I was wondering how, like, Takopi sacrificing himself to use the camera again was gonna work. Cause I know I wasn't the only one that was like, oh wait, so these niggas just go back to the original timeline where Shizuka offs herself? Like, yo, like what does that solve? What does that do? I'm like, yo, what kind of horrible ending is that, my nigga? Like, what's going on here? And it looked like that's what it was gonna be. But then, like, when Marina was bullying her, her notebook happened to open, and Marina seen her little drawing of Takopi. And I guess their memories of folks were still there, or like came back when they seen a little doodle of him. And their memories of him from their respective times having him helped them bond in the end. And I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. I like this. His sacrifice actually created the only possible happy ending, which is sad but happy at the same time. And Shizuka and Marina actually ended up being really good friends. Their lives still aren't the best, but they still have problems, but they have each other now, which is sweet. And I like that it wasn't just all like a positive ending, because these niggas still have underlying things that's happening in their lives that's making it bad too. It's not just her getting bullied and her getting abused by her mother and shit like that. Like, it's not just instantly everything's good now type shit. There's still things that's going on that's bad. I really love this show now, bro. Like, I really love this show. Mind you, this whole is only 6 episodes. Like, that's insane. I like the root of this story, bro, so much. Like, this whole story leans on Takopi's understanding of the human race and emotions. And things didn't turn out good until he got a better understanding of them type shit, if you catch my drift. Like, this show does a really good job of making you feel bad for everybody, but like not too bad, because these niggas evil, bro. There's some sick ass niggas in this show besides Azuma. Azuma's that nigga's a goat, bro. Glad my nigga got what he deserved, bro. Like, you literally can't be too sympathetic to anyone in this show because they're gonna do something that you are gonna agree with, hooking right back to Azuma's advice that he gave to Takopi, that people can be good and bad at the same time. This whole show is really just like a message of how our environments could shape out our morality, essentially. And it's genuinely impressive how they conveyed that without holding the viewer's hand the entire time until they got that message. Like, this show got it, bro. Real shit. Like, this is really impressive. But that's all for me, man. As always, man, I hope you niggas have a great day, man. Love y'all, man. Peace.